So before I get to the subject matter that this video is about, I just want to give a quick shout out to the Fresno State women's soccer team. They're going to be playing at UC Davis on August 14th. That's Thursday of this week. So if you're a Bulldog fan and you cannot wait to see the last get started on Bulldog sports during this last year in the Mountain West, you can check out the ladies playing the Aggies at 7 o'clock Thursday, August 14th. On ESPN Plus. All right, when women's volleyball starts next week, I believe. I don't know if it's the same day as the football game, but Bulldog Sports is heating up. All right, now to the news that E.J. Warner, the son of Kurt Warner, is going to be the starting quarterback for Fresno State to start the year. I believe I already made a video on the subject talking about what I thought was going to happen in football season. I am not shocked at all that EJ got the job. And, I mean, Kurt was not going to let his boy go somewhere for his last season of college football unless he was certain that he was going to be the start. I mean, a couple weeks ago, Kurt Warner plugged Fresno State on his Twitter account, and that's when I think all of us knew who saw that, yes, EJ was going to get the job. Now, that doesn't mean that this was a bribe. It doesn't mean this was a, hey, if you make my boy the starting quarterback, I'll give you X amount of dollars for your football program. I don't believe that this was the case. I think that it's more about the type of offense that Matt Eds wants to run, and that will require an experienced quarterback who will not make many mistakes. Think of Marcus McMaryion when he was the quarterback here at Fresno State in 2017 and 18. E.J. Warner has a lot of experience, much more than the other two quarterbacks. And the type of games they're going to be involved in are often going to be one-score games. So that means you need a quarterback who's not going to make bad choices, that he's going to be able to see coverages, he's going to be able to change things for the line. And I know people are going to look at his interception rate and so forth, but I think we should also take a look at who he played for as well. You know, when you play for the types of teams that EJ played for, they're going to be behind a lot. And that means you're going to have to throw a ball a lot, and the teams know that, so the defenses are going to be prepared for that, and we'll get a lot of interceptions. So that doesn't mean there won't be our packages. Maybe there will be for the other quarterbacks that are in this race. I'm sure they can use them. I don't think Warner's as mobile as the other guys. So I'm certain we'll see at least one of those quarterbacks in a package of some kind, like Joshua Wood was last year for the Bulldogs. So, with that news out of the way, I also want to talk about the fall cap tidbits that we have heard filter through on programs like ABC 30's Bulldog Breakdown, Bulldog Insider, and KC24, and Jackson Moore from BarkBoard.com. One of the things that is most interesting to me is the reports about Braden Walton out of Clovis, California. Local kid who was originally committed to Washington State, and he's a sign of what the move to the Pack has already done for Fresno State. There are rumors and rumblings that he might start on the offensive line. And that would be huge. That would be the first time since a guy named Logan Mankins was a starter on the offensive line as a true freshman. All right, so this would be very significant for Fresno State if this is true. Josiah Freeman has also been a one-man show based on all the highlights the school has uploaded from when they're practicing, actually doing drills and so forth. And that's good to hear. If you can have a guy like Freeman make those kind of moves, it makes the running game much, much, much easier. Cam Braca has also, you've heard a lot about him being the unquestioned leader of the secondary along with Hamilton. You think he would be, how experienced he is, all the effort he gives out and so forth. It's good to hear that a guy like him is making moves and doing what he's got to do. Nothing more, this has been a very tightly run ship in terms of leaks for upcoming football season. We do know, as I said before, what type of offense they're going to run. It's going to be, very ball control, run the ball, use all the plethora of running backs. So that's why, if you're a Bulldog fan, you've got to get used to the idea of one-score games going late. It's going to be a very tense type of game unless they just wear teams down. But when you're facing like Georgia Southern, Kansas, Boise, those are probably going to be one-score games because of the style of play. We're just going to have to get used to it. We're 2 weeks to go, less than 2 weeks. and let's just see what happens. All right, it's almost here. We can taste it. Let's get ready. All right, Bulldog fans, and all y'all who are around Texas. I mean, in Texas, Missouri. I know the Bulldog fans out there. Get yourself to Kansas. All right, make a show of force. All right, let's hear some Fresno State chants on the road. We heard of them when they were in Purdue and Arizona State in 2015. Let's try and hear some this upcoming season. All right, let's show the nation what Bulldog born and Bulldog bred and beat a Bulldog till the day we're dead really means.